This receiver was made by the Collins Company in 1955. It's been a favorite of mine for many, many years. All vacuum tubes, but they just really knew what they were doing with it. And when you look inside a piece like this, you'll see that the type of construction is pretty much exactly what I'm doing today. So these things were my inspiration. When I built the first VT1, what became the VT1 microphone preamplifier prototype, I thought, well, you know, if I'm going to give this to somebody to take a listen to it and give me an opinion, I should make it look a little fancier than this. So I went to the hardware store, and I'm looking at the cans of spray paint there, and there's a red paint, a dark maroon kind of burgundy red paint. And I thought, well, let me just paint it like this. Doesn't matter. This is just a prototype. So I bought the red paint, and I brought it back and painted this panel by hand and did the silk screen lettering on it by hand and gave it to people. And they loved the mic preamp. They just loved it. They wouldn't give it back. And they loved the color. They, you know, their first reaction is, why is it red? And I said, I don't know. I like that color. It just appealed to me. And, you know, it went from why is it red to wow, I really like that color. That's really nice looking color. And that's how the red color came about. It was just a whim. It's just a color I picked out one day and said, I like this color. I'm going to paint it that color. People responded to it. So I don't think that I consciously think about business or designs or new products or anything when I'm flying, but I really believe that when your mind is unconsciously working on a problem, that having a distraction like this actually facilitates the process. A lot of times I'll just say, you know, this is a job for the unconscious, and I'll just walk away from it.
It's very gratifying to do this kind of work because Doug's very open to suggestions. If there's just something that may make the layout a little easier, or maybe be able to save on a terminal strip or something like that. There's just tons of stuff like that that you get to do, and it's always a challenge. I enjoy working on Doug's stuff also because there's a real tradition of sort of tube audio in the Philadelphia area left over from the RCA area over in Camden. And this is sort of the best of the old or the best of the new.
When I originally started, I wanted to build the best possible microphone preamp, equalizer, compressor, whatever it was that I was designing. And instead of designing to a price saying this is what the market will bear, I just designed it according to what I wanted it to do. Now, there are people out there, even working in the industry, who just don't hear any difference, or the difference, even if they do hear it, isn't important to them. But there are those of us, you know, that no matter what we do, we want the best, and that's my goal in